Yo, what's going on, guys? So in today's video, if you are in college considering joining the military because you're not happy, you're not unsure what you should do with your life, that's okay. I'm going to be giving you and shedding some light on what you could potentially do. So if you have a question, leave it in the comment section down below or shoot me a DM on Instagram like this gentleman did, who basically says, hey, after high school, went straight to college, finished out second year of college, failed some classes, feel like I shouldn't be here, feel like a failure, haven't been good at school, don't fit in with the people. Deep down, I'm not really happy with myself, and I feel like finishing college is not the right choice. Came across your channel, thought about joining the military to be able to mold myself into the person that I want to be. And so the reason why it's important for me to cover this topic is because certainly I felt many of the elements that this person is saying in the past, and I know a lot of people are feeling like this way as well. So my goal is to help you become the best self by developing character. And so I'm going to be going over the question, give you my take on it, and give you direct feedback as to what to do. So number one, find a worthy purpose. Meaning, the reason why you're feeling like this, feel like I shouldn't be here, failure, never been good at school, don't fit in with the people here. Most people understand where they currently are. Most people understand kind of what they want to accomplish. But most people also don't understand how their vehicle is currently helping them get there. There is no magical vehicle out there that's going to help you accomplish your goal. Your vehicle is whatever you're currently doing. You can succeed. Let's say the goal is to make $1 million and retire your parents or whatever. Like, you could do that in a pure academic setting. I know plenty of entrepreneurs who are currently going to school for their bachelor's, for their master's, for their doctorates, and then they created a business and influence around helping other people be better students, and they make $1 million. Like, you could do that purely from an academic standpoint, right? Or if you join the military, you could make $1 million on the military side of things, right? And so it's understanding, it's finding a worthy purpose and understanding how your vehicle is currently helping you get there. Because when you truly understand how your vehicle is currently helping you get there, you actually apply yourself. You understand that you should be here. This is what you should be doing. And it's okay to temporarily fail some classes, because this is what rags to riches stories are made out of. Everybody has, there's a saying, right? You take 3 steps forward, two steps back. Everybody loves the saying, but not everybody loves the feeling. It's okay to take like 3 classes and fail 1. Like, it's just a part of the journey. Now, don't let it consistently happen, right? Like, when's the last time? Like, have you always been a college student? No, it's only been 2 years. So is it realistic to expect that you should be coming from this pedigree of like best academic success? Like, is your parents and your grandparents come from the best schools in the world, right? If the pedigree isn't there, if the environment isn't there, like, it's okay. It's okay to give yourself some space and time to grow. You don't always have to put a lot of pressure on yourself. And so it's about finding a goal worthy enough and being aligned with what it is that you're doing to help you get there, and understanding what you're doing is actually going to help you get there. And so it's a slight mindset shift, right? Like, I feel like I shouldn't be here, right? It's your mind telling you, hey, I don't like how things are going. I need to do something different. To do something different doesn't always have to be drastic, right? Drastic in the sense that, hey, let me join the military for the next 3 to 6 years and then come back and be a student. That's a long time to commit to another organization, right? I want you to understand, I've been in the military for 8 years. It's a very long time. I joined at 22 and I left at 30. I'm freaking 30 years old, guys, right? Like, it's a long time. It could just be a slight mindset shift, right? Just like, cool, actually, I want to make $1 million. And yeah, there are people in this world that are making a lot of money just as a student. So what do they know that I don't know? So let me bridge the gap there, right? So I honestly feel like a failure, right? You just haven't found a compelling enough, worthy enough reason to apply yourself, and that's okay. Like, just go on a journey to figure that out. And I'm going to be sharing with you a little bit how to do that. I've never been good at school. You just haven't found the reason to be good at school. And that's okay, right? Or, like, just think about it. Like, if, let's say on a health and fitness example, like if my parents are, let's say, like 300 pounds each, what are the likelihood of me being overweight? Right? The chances are there. Right? So if you haven't been good at school, like, do you come from like your parents being from Harvard? Right? Like, if not, then it's okay. Right? Like, it happens. Or they may have a college degree, but they've just like kind of like just got a college degree. And so I don't fit in with the people here. That's okay. Your tribe is not there yet, or you're just not right for the tribe over there. You just have to find them. You just have to find people like myself who has the same mindset, who's experiencing the similar things, who's experiencing the similar emotions, to be able to communicate and connect with, to be able to understand what you should do and what you could do. And so get clarity, right? If the goal is to make $1 million and live free, you could do that in multiple different ways, right? You could do high school, college, job, get a better job, invest, get a goal. Like, understand, this is part of the journey. The reason why it's important for you to apply yourself, invest into yourself, and be aligned with the mission and the vision of what it is that you're doing is for this goal, right? The goal of making $1 million to live free or retire your parents, whatever. You could do that in a slightly different trajectory like I am right now, like high school, college, military, going back to college, job, better job, invest, and then accomplish the goal, right? This obviously takes a little bit longer. And high school, military all the way, invest, goal, right? The thing is, there is never a right or wrong in the path that you take. It doesn't matter how you start. The only thing that matters is how you finish. And so when you say deep down, I feel like I am not ready and happy with myself, and trying to finish college right now is not the right choice. The thing about what you're saying here, and I'm not picking on you, right? This is just for your benefit and the benefit of everybody else, is don't compare your growth and development, right, your life, to society's guidelines. Society has a pretty good guideline, right? Like, there are billions of people who lived before us. They lived in such a way that they agreed upon a best way to live, right? By age 18, you should go to college, graduate by 22, then potentially get your master's degree or get a job, get a better job, then get a home, married, and be settled. That is what a lot of people agreed upon from their experience as to what you should do to achieve a level of happiness. It doesn't mean that it's always black and white, right? Like, the unhappiness that you're experiencing, the deep down, I feel like I'm not ready, I'm not happy, etc., is because you're comparing yourself to those around you. Others are not living your life, right? And the thing that I want to tell you is, even these guys who are walking this traditional path struggle as well, right? Like, I've talked to plenty of people with doctorate degrees that can't even get a 80K a year job, that struggle to find a 100K a year job, right? I've met with plenty of people with PhD degrees. They've never built a 6-figure business, and they have no clue how to build a 7-figure business. But here I was, right, without a college degree, and I was able to do it within my time in the military, right? Like, as a side hustle, as a fun project, right? Like, I have seen people of all levels struggle, meaning struggling is inevitable. Everybody's going to struggle, but you don't have to struggle and be unhappy because you're comparing yourself, okay? So it's okay to give yourself some time and space to grow. Take a moment to find yourself, find your purpose, find your definition of happiness, and then come back. It's okay to do that, right? And then number 3, level up. I have thought about joining the military to mold myself into the person I know I want to be. If you see a lot of my older videos, I mention it a lot. I joined the military to become the best version of myself. I don't really know how, but that was the intention. The thing about the military, guys, is the military is there to create the best uniformed service member, right? It's not there to help you become the best you. It's not there to help you become the best you. It's not to help X, Y, and Z, or Bob, Joe, Abby, whatever, become the best them possible. It's only there to help create the best Army soldier, Navy sailor, Air Force airmen, Space Force cadets, whatever it is they're called. Like, it's there to create the best uniformed service member possible. Meaning, the mission comes first. So for you, the military will not help you mold you into the person that you want to be. That's totally up to you. And whether you do that within the military setting or outside the military setting, It's totally up to you. You're not missing out on anything just because you're in the military, right? The military is simply an environment where you are forced to suffer. You're forced to suffer under what's called the Uniform Code of Military Justice. You obey the orders of those appointed over you. You are living a certain lifestyle, and if you don't live a certain lifestyle, you're going to get punished, right? By reduced pay, extra duty, whatever it is. You alone are left with interpreting that suffering, right? Through this deep pit of pain, you are only responsible. It's you. You're basically there by yourself to be able to create and mold you into the person that you want to become. Within that suffering, you have the opportunity to mold yourself, but only you can do that. If you have guidance from someone who's got a level of results that you want, right, they can help you. So what I'm saying here is, if you already knew how to mold yourself into becoming the best version of yourself, you would have already done that. Just because you're in the military doesn't mean it's going to help you mold yourself into the best version of yourself. Most people, 99.99% of the people in the military, don't even know what I'm sharing with you here. They don't even know how they can do it for themselves, let alone give you a level of guidance. The only reason why I was able to mold myself into the person that I needed to become to truly succeed and grow 6 figures in my bank account and multiple 7-figure business is because I found the right mentor, the right coach at the right time to guide me, to help me become the person that I needed to be. If I had not come across them, I would just be a complete mess. Yeah. It's a dark place. And so here's what you should do. For you to know what to do, you have to invest time with you. This is one of the biggest things that I learned from my coach. Have a deep conversation with yourself to know what you want. Having conversations with others is okay, but others don't know you like you know you. Invest time getting to know you. So in the link down in the description, I'll put this video in here. If you're lost in life and don't know what to do, right, watch this. Basically, you just have to go on a journey, right? Understand what you want to accomplish. Well, so number one, understand what you want to accomplish. It's okay to be materialistic. It'll evolve. Just make sure it's rooted in emotions. What I'm saying here is, when I joined the military in June 2015, my original goal was to make $100,000 and buy a Lambo. But along the way, this is a true story, right? Along the way, it changed to being able to buy my parents a house. And, in 2020, I was able to buy my parents a house. They've always lived in an apartment all their lives. And so for me to have been able to provide this level of happiness for them, means the world to me, right? So your goal will evolve over time. It's okay to be materialistic if you need to. The next thing is fly solo for the next 3 to 6 months. Whether it's solo travel, solo restaurants, solo walks, solo adventures, journaling, etc. Do something by yourself. Go on a date with yourself. And when I say that, it's basically your physical body going on a date with your mental self, right? Like your physical presence, this body that you're given, going on a date with your spiritual self, like the person that's conscious self. And I've done it. Right, you can see, dude, I look like a complete mess. I was a complete mess. I had a big identity issue, but I went on multiple self journey. I whatever I tell you, I've done it. Look at me, dude, I look freaking weird. And then during one of my walks, I found this little nice lizard, so I took a picture of it. Right, so I've done it, and because I've done it, later on I found who I am. And because I found who I am, I was able to really maximize on myself to be able to accomplish what I wanted to accomplish. So here's the thing. List at least 5 paths you can take to accomplish the goal, right? Number one, have your goal, right? Understand the goal. It could be materialistic, and that's okay. Get your goal. Go on a solo journey and, just shut yourself off from everybody else. Don't compare yourself and just live your life. Number 3, list 5 paths that you can take, right? Similar to kind of what I was showing you earlier of the school and stuff. This one, school, this is what would be called a path. List 5 paths, order it from quickest to longest. And quickest is still hard, by the way. Longest is also hard. right? And so what's the most challenging? As you list that out, ask yourself these questions. What's the most challenging? What's going to push you the most? What's going to force you to be a better version of yourself than you are currently right now? Shoot, maybe if you want to make $1 million, and you identify the quickest way is, okay, so finish out my degree, get a job in New York as a banker or something somewhere, and just work for a company where they're going to pay me $150K a year or $200K a year, but I have to sacrifice and I have to work like 100 hours a week, but it's going to help me get there. That's one of the quickest way. If you identify that, that's okay. That is a challenging thing to do. It's going to push you. It's going to force you to become better than who you are right now. That's an okay path. On the other hand, it may be a little bit longer. Maybe a path like I'm taking, right? Like you just in college, you decide to join the military for the next 4 or 5 years, whatever. And after you get out, save money, go back to school, and start a business, whatever it is. Like there is no right or wrong. Just list 5 paths that you identify to be the paths that you can take. Ask yourself some questions, and you can ask others who've accomplished, who have a level of results that you want, what you should do, right? The last thing that you want to do is share a big goal with small-minded person, meaning if you want to accomplish something, if you just share it with somebody who's struggling just as much as you, like you're not really going to get anywhere, right? Like you need to listen to people who have a level of results that you want, and see what path they have taken, what they would do different. And those are the considerations that you should be taking heavily, instead of just trying to figure this out on your own. So hope that helped. If you have a question, leave it in the comments section down below. Other than that, see you guys another time. Peace.